It's did you just record us?
Not me.
But it said recording in
I
progress.
think the host
I'm
did.
sure someone else is recording. That's all right. We're just doing Kahoot. Why is she rejoining? Okay. Anyway. Okay, we are going to get started. Okay. Please join using this code. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Go to Kahoot.it and participate if you would like a prize. Okay. Okay. Let's get started. Okay. I'm gonna count down from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're getting started. You can still join though.
Ultimate Review Kahoot.
For those of you who don't join, I don't know what y'all. Okay, what is pathos? Oh, this is going way back to the first class. Remember ethos, pathos, logos? What is pathos? Okay, is it emotional appeal, logical appeal, credibility appeal, or a type of lasagna? I can't even spell lasagna. Haha. Okay. Amazing! Wow, majority of people chose emotional appeal. For those of you who didn't even choose, what happened? Okay, pathos is emotional appeal. What is logical appeal again?
Ethos?
Ethos. Logos.
Yes, logos is logical. Okay, what about credibility appeal?
Pathos? No. Ethos?
Yes, ethos. Okay, so basically logos is where you where it's
Everyone.
ethos where you use evidence. Okay, Jane. Okay, everyone, you can still join. Okay. What type of evidence do you use in speech that is typically not used in debate? Wow, this is a hard one. Okay, is it words from experts, anecdotal or story evidence, data, or quotes from philosophy books? Which one would you use in speech, but typically not in debate? Guys, you can still join using the information on the bottom right. Okay, and getting on the top 3 will ensure you a physical prize sponsored by ELC. Okay, wow, this is a little hard. Okay, so words from experts, you would definitely use that in debate. Data, you would use that in debate. Quotes from philosophy books, I'm surprised no one chose that. But yes, you can use quotes in debates as well. Typically, though, we don't use story because that doesn't tell us anything. If somebody tells you a story of how somebody saw aliens, would you believe that there are aliens? No,
I know.
it's not a comprehensive study, right? Just because one story is true doesn't mean it's true for everything. So that's why we typically don't use it in debate. But in speech, it helps us make our point. So very nice. Everybody moving up. Okay, so you guys can still join. Okay, true or false? 6 is an appropriate number of points to have in a speech. Is 6 points good? Should you have 6 points in a speech? Like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Is that typically good? Yeah, and I probably should have specified here, but
I did.
You have 2 to 5 points. Okay, if you just keep going on and on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, people aren't going to focus. Okay, and it's going to be a little too confusing to tie all these 6 points together. So typically not 6. I encourage you guys to have 3. Okay, that's like a good number. Okay, CC moving up. Good job, Jane. True or false? You should always have a strong introduction and conclusion, even when giving an impromptu speech or debating. Is that true or is that false? Oh no, don't click the wrong one, guys. But don't worry, there's a lot of questions. You can still make a comeback if you just keep focused from now on. You guys can still join using the information on the bottom. Go to kahoot.it and entering 8498371. Good. Yeah. Even when you're debating, you should always try to have strong intros and conclusions. Let's see what intros and conclusions Jane's gonna give today. But that just helps your speech memorable. Start strong and strong. Who can you not ask questions about your speech? Okay. Who should you not talk about your speech with? Friends, parents, debate teacher, or coach. You can and should ask all of them for feedback. Which one is true? So, which one can you not ask for help from? Okay, amazing. You definitely should ask from all of them. Why? Because each of them can help you improve your speech that someone else might tell you about. Like, this friend might catch a grammar mistake, another friend might not catch. So giving your speech to everyone and asking them what they think about it is often the best option. Okay, for those of you who just came in, join using the code on the bottom left, please, and have the chance to win a prize. When should you time your oratory speech? Now, call back to what an oratory speech is. Okay, should you time it after you write it, just before you perform it, after you're done memorizing it, or you don't need to time it at all? Which one is true? Ooh, okay, got you guys. Good, okay. So, why can't you not time it after you memorized it? Can somebody tell me? Why is it a bad idea to find out how long your speech is after you're already done memorizing?
Because when you're done writing, or like after you're done memorizing it, it might like not be long enough or too short, and then you have to like change it again and memorize it.
Again, yeah, exactly, Jenny. Evan, I saw your hand. You can go next time, all right? And thank you so much for your response. That's exactly what it is, okay? You want to use up as little brain power as possible. Think of it as like a video game. Like, you have mana and or XP or whatever. Like, whatever you spend to like do an action, right? You don't want to like keep memorizing. You'll lose like your brain power on just remembering the words. There are a lot of other things you need to worry about. Your hand gestures, how you walk, how your volume, your emphasis, all of these things need brain power. And if you waste them all on memorization, you can't put them on other things. So save energy, right? Okay, good job, good job. True or false? You should slow down on words you want to emphasize. This is an easy one. We've gone over this last time. Let's see. Okay, be right back. Okay, be right back. That's fine. Okay, yes, you should slow down. For words you want to emphasize. Be like, I love ice cream. People get it. Oh, you really like it. Okay, okay.
I like to play Roblox. Like,
Yeah, you can do that. Okay, what should your gestures in a speech not do? What should it not do? Should it not emphasize your points? Not interest
just emphasize me and
not block your face. Like, basically underscore. Like
express your points.
Yes, like make the most important thing you emphasize. So make it the most important point. Yeah, you shouldn't block your face. Like, when you're talking, don't have your gestures up here. Your face is important, okay? Your expression is important. Every one of you is cute. We want to see your whole face, okay? Give your judge the chance to see you. Amazing, okay? What shape should you typically make if you were to block during a speech that has 3 points? Okay, you might need to refer to your notes for this one. Remember the little drawing contest we did? Can you draw better than Elisa? What shape would you typically make if you had 3 points and you were walking across the room to make your points? What shape would you make? Whoa, you guys did really good on that one. I'm surprised. Okay, so a little review. So if this is the podium, this is where you start, right? So you could make your first point right here, and you walk forward, and you walk this way, walk that way, walk back to the middle, and walk back. So this is first point, second point, third point, last point. Sorry. Let me make this a little clearer. So this is first point, second point, third point, conclusion, and you can walk back, okay? Or you can be like, because you already touched the middle, right? So you could just go first point here, second point here, third point here, and then you walk back to do your conclusion. So little triangle. Yep. Okay, let's keep going. Oop. Okay. Amazing job, everybody. You should save memorizing speech for the day before the performance. Is that typically true? if you want to memorize something, you should memorize it. Start memorizing it like the day before. Like, if you're giving a speech tomorrow, you start memorizing it tonight. Is that enough time typically?
My mom wouldn't let me do that.
Oh, well, I mean, okay, yeah, false. Okay, so typically you want to memorize it 2 or 3 days before. Can somebody tell me what you could do using that time after you memorize the speech?
Memorize more.
Yes, practice more, okay? You could also make your speech more interesting. Now you memorize the words, memorize the actions, memorize how you walk, memorize your emphasis, memorize your tone. Those are also things you could work on, okay? And they also take time.
Can I
So
say
memorize. Yeah? Yes? Were you going to say something? Yeah, Jenny, practice gestures is perfectly correct. Okay, government now. How many branches are there in the United States federal government? This should be easy. How many branches?
I'm pretty sure there's only.
Don't say it aloud. Don't say it aloud until after.
There's 0.
0. Wow, that's crazy. We don't have a government. Whoa, anarchy. Actually, that's what we're going to be debating today. No government versus one-person government. Anyway, 3 people. Okay, amazing. Yeah, 3
I'm
branches.
moving up in the ranks.
Okay, who can name me the 3 branches of the United States government? Jane?
Legislative, executive, and judicial.
Yeah, correct.
Wow. Okay, smart cookie.
I always
You're
raise
wrong.
my hand.
No, I'm kidding. You're correct.
Why do I always raise my hand?
Oh, okay. You raise your hand too?
Yeah, but I forgot the third one.
Okay, yeah. Don't worry. You typically want to know this during debates, but okay. Which branch of government does Congress belong in? Executive, legislative, judicial, or state? I mean federal government, by the way. Like the Congress. Which does it belong in? That's a hard one. Okay, wow, we mix it up a little bit with executive. Can somebody tell me what the federal executive branch is made up of?
I did click on last second, but it didn't work, huh?
Okay, who leads the executive branch? Does anybody know?
President?
Yes, the president. That is correct. The White House is like the person, the structure of the executive branch in the United States federal government. So not Congress, but good try, everybody. What are Republicans' stance on global warming? Whoa, this is hard. Okay, I should have given you guys more time, but go ahead and take a little time to read. What is the typical Republican stance? Let's not say moderate or extreme. Just in general, what are the Republican?
I don't know what they say. I've never heard one. I never watch news.
Okay, I talked to you guys about this a little bit when I was introducing the basic ideas of Republicans and Democrats. And remember how you guys had a little tiny debate in the chat about guns and gun owning? So, okay, who chose we shouldn't be overly worried about it?
Me.
Okay, cool, very nice. Okay, so that's very cool. And as if, so Republicans are against Democrats typically in a lot of issues, right? So Democrats say, oh, climate change is an imminent threat. We need to use everything to protect it now. I mean, they say that, but what they do, we'll see. But basically, Republican stance is like, they have to be opposite of that. They say, okay, it's an issue, we acknowledge it, but we shouldn't be overly worried about it because there are bigger things to worry about. And a lot of Republicans, they don't even acknowledge global warming. So that's like also a part of their stance. So they're less about solving climate change than Democrats. Evan?
I would be like more worried about it like when winter, the snow just melts.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not only snow melting. You see right now we have wildfires, right?
Yeah, that's because of dryness, drought
Yes.
stuff.
And droughts and stuff. Basically, global warming causes extreme weathers. But guys, don't form your opinion of Republicans based on that one issue. But just asking you guys like whether or not you know what they stand for. Okay, is it true or false? You're either a Republican or a Democrat.
Huh?
You're either like a Republican or a Democrat. Is that true or is that false?
I'm not either of them.
There you have your answer. I mean,
I don't know. This question is weird.
so
I have no
yeah,
idea.
you don't have to be. You don't have to be either. You can be. You can be nonpartisan. You don't have to take a stance. You can be an independent, or you can be one of the other political parties: liberalist, constitutionalist, communist. Like there are a lot of parties out there. It's not a two-sided thing, okay? In the United States, it can seem like, oh, the Republicans are always fighting the Democrats, but that's not true, okay? I mean, they are fighting each other all the time, but it's not true that you have to take a side. There are a lot of other ways to go about solving things, believing in political ideologies. The Republican and Democrats are not the only like political ideologies out there. Certainly not in the world, and not in the United States either. Okay, very nice. Okay, no more political stuff, I think. A little more. Why is power divided in our government? Yes, Larry can be a side. Larry. Let's all be Larry, guys. That sounds like a good idea.
What? What's in the meat?
Okay, very nice. Yeah, because remember which country did we fight the Revolutionary War from?
Britain.
Yeah, Britain. Okay, you probably learned that in school, heard that somewhere else too. And basically, we didn't want another king. And the United States was actually the first democracy in the world. So, yay.
Greece. You forgot Greece.
Okay. They were a republic, I'm quite certain. But in student congress, how long does each representative or senator have to give their speech? Student congress stuff. Woohoo! Remember?
I think we did this once.
Yes, we did. We had a whole live congress session.
I did at least. I did the at least.
Dang it.
Okay.
Yay.
Yes, it's 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes each person gets to talk.
Yay, I'm in 7th place now.
Yeah, moving up. Okay.
I was just in 11th place, now I'm 7th.
Yeah, good job. Which of the following is not true about senators and representatives in student congress? Okay, these are a little long, so I'll give you like a little more time to read it. Take your time to read through them.
I'm picking the one that sounds the absolute wrong.
Which is not true.
Okay, you can think about this. Which one is fake? You shouldn't listen about this. And then that
Which
would
one is not true.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Both senators and representatives. Yep. Both senators and representatives make up Congress. So Congress has 2 parts to it. The first part is the Senate. The second part is House of Representatives. You guys don't know have to know the specifics about it. You probably learn it later in government class. But okay, here's the trick. Okay, if you're from the Senate, you're a senator. If you're from the House of Representatives, you're a representative. Boom. It's in the name. Okay, let's keep going. Jay's on fire. Wow. Okay. If you're the last speaker in a student congress session, you should bring up as many new points as possible. I went over this briefly when I talked about based on your beginning, the early speaker, middle speaker, or speaking last, you should have different strategies. Is it true that when you speak last, you should bring up as many new points as possible?
I think I chose the wrong one.
Let's see. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
So can somebody tell me why should you not bring up new points if you're the last speaker?
No.
Okay, Evan, go ahead.
Because I just think like if you bring up so many new points when you're doing it last, like you will just like no one will be able to respond to you.
Yeah, that's very good, Evan. So, okay, Jane, do you want to add to that?
Yes, because instead, as the last Senate, you have listened to like all the other senators speak, right? And you should extract their points and you should talk about their points, not yours, because like Evan said, you can't like no one can respond to your points anymore.
Yeah, so basically you're doing like a summary. You're clarifying. And based on what you were picking out which other senators or representatives said, that's like um, basically evaluating their points. And you can bring your own opinion into it, but just don't bring up so many new points and nobody can really respond to it. Very good, guys. Very good answers. Okay, very nice, very nice. We got Jay, Ryan, Tanjiro, Yuhan, and Jinny.
Tanjiro is from an anime called Demon Slayer.
Oh wow, Demon Slayer. See, when I was young, Tokyo Ghoul is still cool, but now it's Demon Slayer. Okay, which is not a step to research and cite. I give you guys 4 steps, teaching you guys how to research. Which is not a step in that process.
Plagiarism. Plagiarism.
Plagiarism. Who said that?
My name.
Very nice. Yes. So, yeah. Why? If you copy and paste and then use it like it's your own words, that's plagiarism. Okay. You do want to figure out whether or not the organization is credible, and you can do that by Googling. Googling is just one way. But if you copy and paste something and then say it like you wrote that, that's not right. That's like taking your table partner's like homework and saying, "Oop, I did it." Like, you're gonna get in trouble. Like, your teacher's gonna be like, "Okay, but it clearly says that person's name on it." Like, so don't take don't take credit for other people's work. Just say this person wrote it on this date and he says this. So that's why you should listen, like that's why you should vote my side or whatever, however you chose to use it. Very, very nice. Okay. CC is making a comeback. Yes, you go, girl. Okay. 2/3 way off. On. Okay, you should time yourself, your partner, and your opponents during debate. So basically, you should make sure that none of them is going over time, spending too long or too. You should know how long they're taking. Is that true? Okay, right. Okay. So, for somebody who chose blue, can you tell me why that's true? Like, why should you time everyone? Don't you just have to make sure you yourself are not going over time? Isn't that enough? Okay, I'm gonna call. Yes, you have.
If you time other people too, then when it's your turn, you know, like how much your average time is. Like if your judge doesn't tell you and you like never went to speech class before.
Right.
Just like,
So yes, that's you will know the average time, but you should not change your time based on what others' times are. So in a debate, you should always try to go for the maximum time. If you get 3 minutes to speak, take that 3 minutes. Okay. So Evan, why do you think?
So like I think because like say you already know your time, but then someone is going like overtime and you're not timing them and then you have less time to speak. So you want to time the other person so you can all have the equal time to speak.
Yes, that's exactly correct. So if you don't time others, you don't know if they're going over time. If you don't know, okay, so let's say you're supposed to take 3 minutes. You don't know if they're talking for like, if they talk for 10 minutes, you probably notice. But if they're taking like a minute more, that's not fair. Okay, you get 3 minutes, that's it. So you need to time everybody. Jane, is there something you want to add to that?
Yes. If they speak over time and you don't know, it's kind of like sad because if you find that out, you can just go to the judge and you can say, well, all they said after the time doesn't count because that's just not fair. And for your partner, if you're gonna contact them in the middle of like a debate round, you should have some way to contact them, right? So you can just go over and say, hey, 10 seconds left, hurry up.
Well, I wouldn't recommend literally going, hey, time's up. But a lot of times we do subtle things, like during online stuff, we would do this. We would go, or we would hold our timer up to the computer, like we would hold it up to the camera, showing how it's going over time, or we would knock on the screen. During in person, we would do this. We would like point to the judge like this, or we would be like, time. But all of this after like 20 or 30 seconds. If they just go 5 seconds over, don't be like, oh, they went 5 seconds over. 5 seconds fine. Okay, 5 seconds fine. In all seriousness, I've gone 30 seconds over before. Was it a bad idea? Probably. But it's fine. It's fine. If they start going like 30, 40 seconds over, nah. You just go. But be subtle. Don't be like, how dare you? Don't do that. Don't do that. Just be chill about it. Be cool about it. Okay?
How dare you? I'm offended by you.
Okay. Almost to an end. Let's push it to the end. What is the name for the side that supports the resolution in parliamentary debate? Yes, support or affirmation.
Yes, support what?
What is the side that supports the resolution called?
Why did the second just go down so fast?
20 seconds? Okay, yeah, it's not support, it's affirmation. What is short for affirmation? You guys can just yell it out. A lot of time we'll say yes. We'll say
I just guessed.
No. Yeah, I just like saw the long name and I was like, yes, no, wait, that's too short. And then there's just another one just like standing there. I was like, what? So I just chose the longest name.
Okay, well, that's a smart strategy, but okay.
Okay.
Oh, this is a cool one. Which country has a parliament?
What is a parliament?
A parliament, if you were listening while I talked to you guys about it, is a form of government. It basically is their legislative branch where they make laws.
We have a parliament.
We have a Congress, but a lot of other countries have parliaments. So which country has a parliament here?
Oof.
Okay. China does not have a parliament. In fact, China doesn't even have a legislative branch. China has what we call, China pretty much has a dictatorship. Yeah. There is a judicial branch. There is a Supreme Court, but they cannot override the words of the chairman. North Korea is a dictatorship, epitome of dictatorship. No parliament. The United States has a Congress instead of parliament. The United Kingdom is the country that has a parliament. Can anybody name another country that has a parliament?
Oh no, not me.
Okay.
Sorry, I accidentally muted.
Johan can name it.
Oh yeah? Okay, Yuhan, can you tell me?
One of them, I think so, is wait, what is it? Greenland or Iceland? I don't know. I kind of forgot.
Oh, I actually didn't know that. Pretty sure that's true. But that's cool. I didn't know that. What I know is just Australia and Japan, I'm pretty sure. At least they did. This is just from my history class. When they did the Meiji Restoration, they had a Duma parliament. But anyway, parliaments are cool. It's entertaining sometimes. People yell at each other from one side to another. There's an opposition, there's like the support, and they're like, when people like what they're saying, they say, here, here. And when they don't like it, they boo you. It's kind of entertaining. At least the ones I watched. Anyway, let's keep going. Okay, Ginny wants to go to third place. Okay, you go, girl. Larry, watch out. Okay, watch out. She's coming for you. Okay, you can ask a POI in parliamentary debate during rebuttal speech.
What is a POI?
What is a rebuttal speech? That is something you should know by now. Okay, but a POI is a point of inquiry. It's basically a question.
I know what POV means.
Okay, why can you ask it during a rebuttal speech though? The answer is no. Okay, when can you ask it? In what speeches can you ask it? Do you guys remember? Let's see. Okay, it was constructive speeches. Okay, you can ask during constructive speeches, the first 4 speeches, but not the last 2 speeches. Okay, and yeah, it's kind of funny because most of the time when you raise your hand, you raise it like this, right? But in Parliament, we raise it like this, or like this. So to me, it looks like you're trying to smack somebody, but kind of funny. Anyway, cool. Let's keep going. How how long do you typically have to prepare for a parliamentary debate? This is just NSDA rules, the way we did it.
Well, I only had like 2 to 3 minutes.
2 to 3 minutes. I mean,
Correct.
We didn't have 20 minutes.
you actually had 40 minutes, but typically, how long did you have? You have 20 to 30 minutes. Okay. So a parliamentary debate is typically fairly short prep time. So what happens at a tournament is they're like, oh, parley kids, prep in the library, or they say prep in classroom D16, and y'all get herded to that one room, like not herded to that one room with your computers and your stat little papers with your partners. They're like, okay, research, and boom, you connect to Wi-Fi, you start typing away like crazy. Yeah. Okay. Wow, Jamie did make it a 3rd place. That's crazy. Okay. What is a flow? You should know that for today's activity. Water, something to do with silk, notes taken during a debate, freestyle rap.
Rap?
It's a wrap.
Does any, okay,
It's a rat?
we should totally do a rap battle.
Rap battle.
Like after this, like during break. Does anybody want to do a rap battle during break?
Me, let's do it in Roblox. Let's do it in Roblox Funky Friday where you hit arrows.
We're not doing it in Roblox. We're just doing it here.
Aw.
I thought that might be fun.
Okay, let's rap.
Yeah, it is not, in fact, a freestyle rap. Whoever chose that, whatever. Okay.
You don't rap in debate. You don't rap. You can't like talk like so fast rapping. In debate.
Actually, Eminem disagrees. Okay, but let's keep going. When you flow, what is something you should not do? Clearly label contingents, use arrows, mark out evidence, or write everything together as tightly as you can. Which one should you not do? Okay, what are you guys doing in the chat? What's going on here? Saitama, what? Okay, please.
Saitama is from One Punch Man.
I understand, but please don't this is debate time, not anime time, okay?
I'm still answering.
Okay, but you are possibly distracting other people, okay? So try to tone it down a little bit, okay? It's fine. I'm chill with this sort of stuff, but just don't spam, okay? Yeah. So there's actually a rule of thumb in most flows. You try to keep at least 1 finger space between each point. Why is that? Because you need a space to write your own notes for your next speech. You need rebuttals. Okay, yes, Evan? And
you don't get the other note mixed up with another note.
Yeah, in debates you have a lot of points. You need to keep them clear. Okay, for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's that. Okay, only 3 questions left. What's good? Okay, the questioning period in Lincoln Douglas debate is called crossfire. Is that true? This is a tricky one. It's tricky. We talked about Lincoln Douglas very briefly last time. Let's see how much you guys remember. And today, what Jane and I will be doing is also Lincoln Douglas debate. Okay? But chopped in half. I'll talk about it again later. Okay. No, that is not true. Hold on a second.
I don't know.
Crossfire. No. Okay. No. This is not correct. Jane, it's called cross-examination, right?
No, it's crossfire.
Is it actually crossfire?
It can be called cross-examination and crossfire.
No,
That's
no,
what we
no,
all.
no. That actually matters, guys. I'm going to find out right now. Okay. Lincoln Douglas. Okay, guys. I'm pretty sure it's cross-ex. I'm so sorry for getting it wrong. Yes, it is cross-examination. Okay, so what's the difference?
I lost so much points. Dang it.
In public forum debate,
I should have done it wrong.
crossfire. In Lincoln Douglas debate, it's cross-examination. For those of you who lost points, I'm sincerely sorry. But since nobody was able to tell me whether it was crossfire or cross-ex, I think none of you are really sharing your answers either. So let's get those last few questions over with. Wow. Okay. What do you not need to include in every card?
Card? What is the URL?
Card is the link, the website link.
Oh.
Relevant information, blah, 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 blah. Okay, the qualification. Which one do you not need? Like, in every card.
Press the wrong one.
Okay, nice. Okay, so yeah, you need everything else, but if you can't find out anything about the author or the organization, you don't really need to include it. Or if it's so well known that, like, it's just self-explanatory. Like, for example, the FDA or the CDC. Like, for those ones, you don't really need to write it down. You don't need to say the CDC is the Centers for Disease Control, and it is the biggest government authority for diseases in the United States. Like, you don't really need to say that, especially as you do more research. A lot of these names will become very commonly known. People won't question you about it, so you don't need to include qualification with every card. And card is just a piece of evidence. Does anybody remember why it's called a card?
Okay.
Why it's called a card? Why is a card called a card?
Straight. Okay.
Well, okay, funny story. Jane, please tell the funny story.
Because in the olden days,
In the olden days.
they took
How
out
are you, Jane? Talk about the olden days.
No, this is a quiz.
took out a card with evidence on it. Have a literal card.
This is a
Those
quiz.
little cards.
Yes, an index card. Okay, so let's keep going. Just, I think one more, right? Is just one more? Oh, two more. Okay. A Lincoln Douglas debate team consists of one person. Is that true or is that false?
Oh, if I remember
Is that
correctly.
false?
If I remember correctly, blah blah blah.
Remember, Lincoln Douglas started from Lincoln versus Douglas. How many team did Team Lincoln have? How many team did Team Douglas have?
Pretty. One? Yep.
It's just one person. Okay, so tonight it's just Jane versus me.
Hey, it's half and half.
On the affirmative team, there's one person. Her name is Jane. On the negation team, there's one person. Her name is Elisa. So LD is a one-on-one event. If you'd like to do work by yourself, you should definitely try LD.
LDK.
You just called me a his. His name is.
I said her. I said
LDKD.
her. I most definitely did.
You said her to Elisa, and her name is Elisa. His name is Jane on the affirmative side. Her
Okay,
name
you know
is
what?
Elisa.
Let's keep going. Last question. Okay, last question, and then we'll go into some exciting stuff. Okay, when does the summer camp end? Okay, yeah, that's that.
This is a random question.
Not really random, because if you think about it, hey, don't scream on mic, please. Mute your mic if you need to let out your anger. Okay, nobody wants to hear you
I'm
scream.
just gonna do never.
Okay. Oh wow. Who chose never?
Me.
Never.
Me.
Okay. We have two more weeks, and 1 week is gonna be the competition. So technically, we only have 1 week.
I don't
Okay,
know.
so there's one after this, and we're done. Yay!
Yay.
Larry,
Never.
What?
Larry?
The summer camp? This summer camp is so fast.
It is?
It's like so fast to end.
Oh, okay. Well, if you guys enjoyed it, I'm planning to open it again in like new stuff in winter and next summer, and we'll upgrade things. We'll see.
Next summer will be 1 year later.
Yeah, but you know.
Okay, here's how to transform in time. Just run very fast and then you'll go into the future.
Oh no.
That's actually, you can actually speed up time by doing that for you.
Stop the cat.
right, but I have to do a lot of stuff in between, so not looking to.
No, no,
anytime soon.
No, this actually makes sense. This actually makes sense because see, if you run like very fast, you actually go in the future. I mean, it takes time while you're running, right? So if you keep running, that means you will go in the future.
That's crazy stuff.
If you
man.
can break the speed barrier.
Speed
Yeah.
barrier. I only know.
Or if you don't burn, going too
wait,
fast can burn you.
Or you could just
Crazy.
or you could just like or you could just grow super old and be like, help me. And then
No!
when it's
No,
finally
you-
like that,
Guys,
and we finally invented teleportation machines, and you got one and you teleported
everyone,
like back in time when you're young, and then you could live forever because you could always just like
Okay.
live wherever.
Yes, I'm gonna stop you right there. That discussion is very fascinating, but unfortunately, it is not related to the subject matter at this time. So I'm gonna have to.
It is related.
Okay, I'm not gonna argue with you, but let's see our winners, okay? And I'm gonna take a screenshot of this, send it to Elsa, and I'll contact you later about the present. Okay. Third place, Jenny. Woohoo! Queen, let's go. Ryan won. That's crazy, Ryan. And first place. Wow, no way. It's Jane. And who are our runners up? Okay, Larry and Yuhan. Very, very nice. I'm taking a screenshot of this, and we will keep it for future reference. Okay? Very nice. GG indeed. Good game. Okay, so here's what we're going to do next.